What's going on, guys? Dino Gomez here, and we have launched our paid school community in just the last 24 hours. And what happened in the first day is thus far we've generated just over $1,000 in net cash, $941 in annual recurring revenue, and about $159 in monthly recurring revenue. We're going to share with you guys the pricing tiers and the way we set this up, the actual model we chose, and our strategy that you can literally copy and use to grow your school community. And this is not only working for us in the marketing space, but this is one of our clients that we are working with as well that is in the real estate space. And they had a very similar opening to their program. They started about 2 weeks earlier. And so we can see for them in the real estate space, they began this about halfway through November. And in November, they did about $1,200 net cash. They had $894 in annual recurring revenue. So those folks will get rebilled if they do not cancel before a year is up. And then their monthly subscriptions are about $376, and that was just in November. Here we are December 2nd, so we're literally just over a day into the new month. And this month already, in about a day and a half, they've done $447 in new annual subscriptions and then another $47 in monthly subscriptions. And so what is this strategy and how to optimize? How should you optimize your school community? What pricing should you choose? How can you attract members into your communities? How can you grow? And how can you ascend your individual members that are a right fit into your different level tiers, all right? And so essentially what we did is we launched a challenge, all right? And we named this challenge the 10-Minute School Growth Challenge, where the goal is you as the princess and or Luigi and or Super Mario, your goal is to beat this fire-breathing squirrel thing over here and grow your monthly recurring revenue and annual recurring revenue over beyond $17,640 a year. And so what's wild is when we look at this, the question you first want to ask yourself is, does it seem reasonable for you to make just one sale per day, one low ticket sale per day at $49? All right. If you make one single $49 sale per day, that comes out to $17,640 per year and what would become annual recurring revenue. All right. And so I'm going to break this down for all of you guys to show you guys how this actually works and what our strategy is here to pricing wise to have this work. And again, this is considering that we're just, if you were only selling a singular $49 per day offer, or you created one sale there. And so essentially this comes down to how you might price your offers and otherwise your school community and or membership. And so what we recommend, and we are recommending to our clients that have jumped inside of our 10-Minute School Growth Challenge, is that they use the exact same pricing that we are using ourselves and that our client in the real estate industry that we tested with as well used simultaneously, which is start your community at your first paid tier at $9 per month. All right. Now, people inside of Skool, they will have an option to either pay monthly or annually. We really want to incentivize as many people as possible to choose the annual option. All right, this very much increases the cash flow on hand so that you can grow and scale faster. And so $9 per month, or if they want, they can save 55% by doing the actual annual plan at $49 per year. All right, so what happens inside the Skool platform that I will show you is people will go to join your community at $9 per month, but they will also be presented to choose the annual plan at $49 per year. Now, what we're seeing currently is about a 55% take rate, ironically enough, 50 to 55% across a few different communities, that people are deciding to immediately do the $49 per year because indeed it is a 55% savings compared to the monthly plan. So people that decide, okay, I want to participate in your school community, a majority of them are choosing the $49 per year. That is producing that singular $49 per day sale, which puts you on track if you have one sale per day for $17,640 per year annual recurring revenue. And of course, this is all before you upgrade a portion of these members into more of your premium or higher end offers. And so pricing wise, we really like incentivizing people with beyond a 40% discount to take the annual plan so that you receive more cash up front. So again, if I go into our actual school community here and I go over to our actual pricing plans at the time of this recording, and again, it's very likely that our pricing will go up, but this is what your audience would be presented with when they decide to join your community. Now, again, we're starting with the $9 a month plan. And when somebody decides they want to start here on the standard plan, they click to join standard. Well, they are presented on this screen to choose annual. Now, it's very easy for someone to choose annual at this point in time because there's this green little sticker that says save 55%. That is a massive discount. We're looking at the difference and what that comes out to on a monthly basis. It's $9 per month on the left or $4 per month on the right. It seems very easy for someone to say yes to that. And so we are seeing very high conversion rates when we send traffic to this page, starting with a very low ticket type of monthly membership with the option and the encouragement to choose annual with that 55% discount. So that is increasing cash flow. But the other thing that happens on this enrollment screen inside your Skool community is that you might have other tiers or other upgraded options for your traffic and for your visitors to consider, such as the $47 a month or otherwise $400 for a year if they want more support and access to you. But even on the premium plan, when somebody goes to join premium, again, they can save quite a lot of money at choosing the annual. And right now we have this at a 30% discount if they choose annual, but we might indeed test whether that should be closer to 40% type of savings. But at your lowest level tier, you should absolutely have that at 55% savings to do annual. Again, this will help you produce that daily sale at $49, which puts you on track for these types of numbers across a year in annual recurring revenue before any back-end offers. All right, and so that's kind of what we're doing initially on the pricing model to gain momentum and traction in your Skool community. We did this as well inside this real estate community here. It's really interesting to see what percentage of people are choosing annual, but this particular client, a bulk of their actual cash flow is coming from people choosing annual upfront, and that's very nice for them in regards to growing their business just a couple weeks into launching their Skool community and monetizing it in this type of manner. All right, and so what is the model? How should you grow your community? How should you plan to grow your monthly recurring revenue and so forth? Well, you have different options inside of Skool in terms of the actual model and plan that you choose. So if I hop into our Skool community, when you're on the actual homepage here on the right-hand side, you can click on settings and you can click on pricing on the left, and you'll see that you have these different types of Skool models that you can run. You can charge a one-time fee for your community. You can have it be free to join. You can do a subscription, freemium, or tiers. The difference between freemium and tiers is fairly simple. With freemium, the lowest model is automatically free, and then you might have an upgraded option, which would be your premium model. Tiers, that means every single level requires some type of investment. And so what we are recommending, and the thing that we have implemented ourselves, is that you start with freemium. Start with a freemium model here, which means people can join your community initially for free, and they can always upgrade to premium, or if you decide to turn on your VIP option, they have those upgraded options. But what we did is we started with freemium and run freemium until you have about 50 members, all right? And so that's kind of the magic number, is 50 members, because that means you have people inside your community, you're getting feedback, there's word of mouth happening, and the internal Skool traffic platform, it rewards engagement inside of your community. So the more engaged your community is, the more likely you're going to receive recommended traffic, and more, it's going to grow and snowball faster. That is your actual community and membership. But you don't want your community to be a ghost town, and so it's much easier to grow a free community initially. So start with freemium, and once you get to 50 members, move to tiers. And the lowest level tier you should have, again, is $9 a month, or we're encouraging the pay in full for the year at $49 a year. This will help you with cash flow generated inside your community. And so that's what we did to launch both our community on Skools. We started with freemium, got our members, upgraded to tiers, and that's also what we did here inside of this real estate industry that's working very nicely for them. All right, so that begs the question then, if you're starting with freemium and you're growing to 50 members, how are you going to get those members inside of your actual Skool community? Well, you have some different options. You could have mini courses and weekly trainings and things of the sorts, but what we really like doing is starting with some type of simple challenge, and that can be the first course inside of your community. So one thing that's great about the Skool platform, it does all of your hosting of any of the courses that you have. You can decide what type of level you need to be at to have access. to various programs. So it doesn't mean everything is automatically available to everyone, but you do want to start off with some type of highly attractive type of mini course and or challenge that is the reason somebody would join your community. So for us, that's what we're doing here. It's our 10-minute school growth challenge, where we literally walk you through step by step in 10 minutes per day what to say, do, post, and how to structure your community and your offers and how to drive traffic, so that in just 10 minutes per day, you grow your membership and you get your $49 per day sale that we are after. And so inside of this program, this is what people get access to at our $9 per month tier. And we go day by day. Here's your daily 10-minute marketing task to join or to grow your actual Skool community. But that is what is attracting people into our membership that we just launched, is they want access to this. They want to grow their Skool community with us. And so you want to do the same thing. Have a cool challenge that people would otherwise join your community to participate in, and have prizes and reasons for them to stay active, to stay a paying customer at $9 per month, to otherwise upgrade to maybe some of your other offers that you have, and to really encourage the engagement in your community. And so that's what we are doing to attract members in to our actual Skool community. And then in regards to upgrading clients from maybe your first level tier standard into premium or VIP, well, one of the other cool things, of course, about Skool is your ability to host workshops, all right, and live trainings. And those are very simple to actually do. Just here in the community tab at any point in time, you can actually go live just like you would on Facebook or Instagram. You can click go live, and you can literally, they now have live streaming just built natively into the platform, so you can go live. But you can also come to the calendar tab and schedule out when you want to have a dedicated workshop. And so we are recommending to you, as you grow your Skool community, to at least have one workshop a month that is on the calendar for your members to go ahead and grow. So people on our standard entry-level tier, they get to meet with me twice per month, included in that tier, for a Skool growth workshop, where we sit down together and I literally answer questions and show them all the cool things, updates, and strategies and tips on how to drive more traffic and grow their membership. And so that's a great way for you to connect with your audience. And the more you connect with your audience, the more comfortable they will be to upgrade to other tiers that you naturally have. And so these can be simple 30-minute workshops. That's another thing that we teach and recommend to our members, is we've been running these 30-minute workshops. I think I've run upwards of like 72 workshops live now across the last 6 years. I absolutely love workshops. It's another reason I love Skool, is because of the built-in workshop model. It's very easy for you to schedule a workshop. You already have members in your community that are excited to attend. And a lot of good things happen when you do something live like that. People upgrade, they stay with you longer, they get better results. It's kind of the win-win situation. And that's one of the ways that you introduce some of your bigger offers and packages to your clients, is from those workshops, where you can go ahead and say, hey, here's a whole nother level of different things that we can do. And so this is what we have done across our community thus far inside of Skool to generate our first $1,000 in cash collected. And for us, it's been just about 24 hours, but we can see this is just December thus far. And we really got started just at the end of November here in regards to opening up these different tiers and packages, but working nicely for us in the marketing space, working nicely for one of our other clients in the real estate space as well. And they got a little bit of a head start, but those are some things that initially will position you and your Skool community for massive success. But really, this is really only scratching the surface of things that you can do to monetize, grow, and encourage people to join your Skool community, so that you can generate at a minimum that daily $49 sale, which ultimately comes out to over $17,000 per year. Again, Skool handles all the actual merchant processing and billing for you. So it's really one platform that allows you to host your courses, your membership, run live workshops, collect payments, send members up and down to different levels, and otherwise do email marketing and things of the sort. And so I hope this training was helpful, guys. This is just episode 1 of our Skool Growth Challenge updates. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you guys want to see us as we journey along and grow our Skool community, or otherwise there's a link below if you want to join us in our 10-minute Skool Growth Challenge yourself.